So Rozie is going to be a special pose category key 3 stats 77% or int type key 3 stats 50%. She infinitely stacks her defense and causes supreme damage to the enemy and lowers defense on her super attack. Passive skill is attack and defense plus 80%. Special pose category allies key plus 2, attack and defense plus 22%. Attack plus 22% at the start of each turn and seals the enemy's super attack when there's an ally whose name includes Ribrianne or Kakunsa attacking in the same turn. Link skills are Battlefield Diva, Metamorphosis, The Innocence, Signature Pose, More Than Meets the Eye, Tournament of Power, and Shattering the Limit. Categories are Peppy Gals, Universe Survival Saga, Transformation Boost, Special Pose, and Space Traveling Warriors. Now, before we get into talking about Rozie, we're going to go look at Kakunsa really quick because they work hand in hand, and we'll talk about them as a set. So she is also Special Pose category key 3 stats 77, but she is an Agility type key 3 stats 50 for her secondary lead. She infinitely raises her attack, causes supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers attack. Passive skill, attack and defense plus 80%. Special pose category, allies key plus 2 stats 22, or attack and defense 22%. An additional defense plus 22% at the start of each turn, and a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy when there's an ally whose name includes Ribrianne or Rozie attacking in the same turn. Link skills are Battlefield Diva, Metamorphosis, The Innocence, Signature Pose, More Than Meets the Eye, Tournament of Power, and Shattering the Limit. Categories are Peppy Gals, Universe Survival Saga, Transformation Boost, Special Pose, and Space Traveling Warriors. So as a set, I mean, obviously you want to use these ones and a Ribrianne together in some way, shape, or form. But like they do a lot with these kind of pair cards, one is just kind of the opposite of the other. Whereas Kakunsa is the attack focused one and Rozie is the defense focused one. It's a lot like what they did with Super Saiyan 4, the LR Super Saiyan 4s. You know, they're basically the same unit, just with a different stat swapped out here and there.
Yeah.
That being said, because of the way that the meta works right now, I think Rozie is the better of the two units. Am I wrong in that assumption?
That's an interesting way to look at it. Because so Rozie raises defense infinitely, she stacks, but she lowers defense, the enemy's defense on super, while Kakunsa raises attack infinitely, but lowers the enemy's attack. So it depends on what you need. If you need more of the damage, Kakunsa would do it, but she also debuffs, which is pretty valuable for Super Battle Road. While Rozie, yeah, she stacks defense and can be the tank, but that's kind of all she does because lowering defense does nothing for us, right? So, what else is wait? Hold on. Rozie also seals. Never mind. I take that back. Seals the attack enemy's super attack when there is an ally. Okay, so she seals and Kakunsa stuns. Yeah.
Yes.
Sealing is great. Still take damage. I would rather stun and lower attack. So for Super Battle Road, I would prefer Kakunsa personally. I mean, I ran both of these. I did some showcases on them. They're fantastic, especially with the new Ribrianne. Well, the strength one that gets an easy A as well.
Yeah.
They're really good. Like the Peppy Gals is always going to be a good team. Just unfortunately, they'll never get an actual 150, 170 lead. But
stop it.
Hey, never say never, man.
If someday it happens, no, I'm sure it'll happen after we've pushed the meta to like 250.
Yeah.
I'm okay with this. I'll take it. I'll take it after that. Because then that'll just give me hope for a 250.
I mean, I could sit here, guys, and I could fawn over the fact that we have really awesome free-to-play units. You guys know I've said it for, the 10 months we've been doing this show, 11 months we've been doing this show, that free-to-play units are just getting better and better every single time we get them.
Yeah.
I personally don't play a whole lot of gacha games, but I haven't experienced a gacha game as free-to-play friendly as Dokkan Battle. Now, I know you guys, all three of you probably have played more gachas than I have, so I mean, is that a good statement, or am I just kind of swinging in the dark here?
When it comes to, like, usable units, I would say it's pretty much up there. My personal thing is, like, I'll still say Don Machi is still up there as a very free-to-play friendly because of how much Iris they'll give you for free and how many units they'll give you for free. When it comes to like summonable units as well, because they'll give you free stuff all the time.
Yeah.
it doesn't. There has to be no special celebration. They're like, hey, have this, and it's like, okay, that was random, but I'll take it. However, like I feel like with how popular Dokkan is, and like I feel like it's way more far-reaching just because of how big Dragon Ball is in general. Like this game does what it does well and keeps people playing and gives a lot of people options. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I played a lot of. I mean, people who know who I am, I played a ton of gachas. When there's two ways to analyze free to play, right? So there's, do I get a lot of currency to summon for the gacha units? That's one way to look at it, and Danmachi is a good one. Like Azure Lane, Destiny Child, some of these other ones, they just shower you with premium currency. Conversely, because they shower you with premium currency, usually the rates aren't very good. But neither here or there. The other way to look at it is what Dokkan does is they don't necessarily give you a ton of premium currency, but they give you like viable options to use. But you would have to just grind them out. So like Dokkan is very good with giving cards like Rozie and Kakunsa, and they're giving easy A's to. They're not going to be the flashiest units. They're not going to hit the hardest or tank the best, but like they're very usable for whatever you need them to do. They can get the job done. And if you're a free to play person, like does not spend a dime, you just want those so that you can actually enjoy the content of the game. Yeah, it might take you like 30 minutes to get through Infinite Dragon Ball history, but you can get it done with these units. So in that sense, like Dokkan is very free to play friendly, where they give you good options to use if you get shafted on a banner. But then the other flip side is, well, just give me a ton of Dragon Stones so I can just brute force my way to get a unit.
Yeah, I kind of would compare. Well, not compare it, but in a sense, I don't know if you would consider Duel Links a gacha.
Yeah,
at some point, like
yeah, it still is still gacha.
Like when I first started Duel Links, I don't know if it's still the same, but in a sense, kind of like you said before, like with how they just shower you in currency, they definitely do that. Or at least when I was playing, they definitely were actively doing that in Duel Links, where it's like, in a sense, you can get their currency to open card packs, and you can go to the very end of every pack until you pulled that specific card that you wanted. And I don't think packs ever go away. So it's like you always have an option to go back to whatever packs are out, maybe at that time. Again, I could be wrong. I'm not sure how it works anymore because I haven't played it in the last like 3 years. But they were another game that they like they showered you like crazy for no reason in like summon currency. Like when I was playing, I would just always actively over 10k, even after spending like 10k. So it's just like, and that's the thing. Like when I compared it to Dokkan, like in terms of the gacha aspect, I feel like Duel Links for a while when I started was a lot more free to play friendly, because that's back in the dark days of Dokkan where you could not get it, where you had the option to never get an SSR. Duel Links, you can go into the entire pack until you pulled the card. You really, even now in Dokkan, you still can't do that. It's not like you go like, it's not like Genshin Impact, for example. I'll bring this comparison since Genshin is also a gacha game. It's not like, hey, if you don't get a 5-star within your first like 80 summons, your 90th is guaranteed. It's not like Dokkan's gonna be like, hey, dude, brand new LR banner just dropped. If you don't get it in 50 stones, you're guaranteed them in 100 and something. Like, I mean, that's just an irrational number, but it's just for example. Yeah. And it's like they have it set to where they even have soft pity in Genshin, where if you go first 50, your rates for the featured or your rates for a SSR 5-star go up. That's still not the case even in Dokkan. It's still, this is the flat rate for everything that we have. You know the rates. It's just when you summon, you have the ability to pull or not to pull what it is you're looking for. And even if you get featured, even if you get animations that you're like, hey, I'm guaranteed a featured card, it's still so low to get a featured new unit unless you know for a fact you're getting it, like Vegito Blue, for example. Like you can still get like double screen crack, at least from my experience. I don't know if I don't know how true it is. Is double screen crack guaranteed new featured card, or is it just
new Dokkan? Just a featured Dokkan Fest, or it's an LR on an LR pack.
Right. So, I mean, in that sense, I personally feel like Genshin is more lenient in that aspect, but at the same time, Dokkan arguably when you first start out or with anything, they have way better sales. I will give Dokkan that. When they have good sales, you know they're good. In comparison to Genshin, where you like your first time buy, I think on any pack, you're guaranteed double what you get, and then after that, they limit you to how much of a bonus you get in currency. But it's always there, you know.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like if every month or every yearly, they would reset that back to where if you were to go back to like, okay, I'm going to buy this pack and I'm going to get double the same currency that I'm buying, you know, then maybe I would see them contesting with the way Dokkan is, like, in terms of buying currency. But again, for free-to-play aspect, you know, I feel like Dokkan's just always been that game to just adapt. Like, even from the old days, like, they always come out with fresh new content, or at least for the most part, you know, even at the free-to-play units, they've always just gotten better each time that they've released something. Mm-hmm. Like, you go back and you look at OGLR Goku, you look at Prime Battle Frieza, and then you compare them to, like, you know, Krillin, Trunks, Vegeta, things like that. And then you also compare, like, Super Strikes to, you know, like, Rozie and Kakunsa. Yeah. It's like, there's just no real comparison. Like, they started out as a game where it was like, okay, we're obviously going to draw traction because Dragon Ball's widely popular franchise throughout all of the entire world. And I feel like when they realized that they were getting so much traction, you know, they were like, okay, let's change it up now that we have GSSRs. Like, they've definitely made the leap to make this game more free-to-play friendly in terms of the free-to-play players, but also in a sense to the pay-to-play players having that GSSR able to happen. So it's not like you're going in thousands of dollars and not walking out with something, you know? But I don't know. It's a really good question, though.
Yeah. I just like units.
Like, I mean, that's fair.
You want to dump currency in my lap? That's great. I'll go and play I'll go and play your slot machine. But if you want to give me something that I can actually work towards that I know I'm going to get, I think that's more motivation for me personally.
What is up, my dudes? If you like this clip, be sure to check out the full episode down below in the description. Also in the description below, you can find all of our panelists on Twitch, YouTube, and various social media. Be sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell so that you know when the GGP puts up some freshly squeezed content.